What's up, guys? Welcome back or welcome. This is your first visit. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Matt. On this channel, I review brand new cars. This right here is a 2026 Ford Bronco. It's a Heritage Edition. I'm here at Bozard Ford, and today I'll take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out. Exterior, interior, technology, and of course, I'll take you for a test drive. If you like watching videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more automotive content. And now let's get back to this. Well, guys, time flies. This new generation Bronco has been around since 2021, so 5 years already. The Heritage Edition joined the lineup in 2023. I haven't had a chance to take a look at one, so today is a great opportunity for us to get up close and personal with this top-of-the-line trim. Let's take a look. And this one definitely stands out. From the first look, you can see that this is a different trim level than any other Bronco. And that's because it has this Oxford white grille with the red Ford lettering in here. We have the LED lights, daytime running lamps, and turn signals. And we scroll down here, we have a set of fog lamps that are inside of this steel bumper, recovery hooks, and the bash plates means business. This vehicle can be definitely taken anywhere. Now, this particular one is dressed in this avalanche gray color, which is a new color for 2026 model year. And then we have, so typical to Bronco, those multi-function brackets here where you can attach stuff. Let's say you put a kayak on top of the roof rack, and then you can strap it down to here, or multiple different uses for that as well. Now let's pop the hood open. Let's see what powers it up. And underneath the hood of this one, we'll find a more powerful 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6 with 330 horsepower, 415 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. By the way, those numbers are using the premium gasoline. If you use the regular unleaded, it takes away a little bit from both horsepower and torque. Now, there is no engine cover on top, so it kind of looks like a hot mess. But, you know, it goes. And 0 to 60 on this vehicle is about 6.2 seconds. There's no sound insulation underneath the hood and just a single latch. Also, we don't have the hood struts, just the prop stick that's right here in the front. We're definitely going to check out the driving dynamics at the end of this video, so stay tuned. But before we do all the fun stuff, let's talk about the dimensions on this vehicle. So it has a total width of 86.6 inches with the mirrors, of course. The 189.5 is the length, wheelbase at 116.1, height 78.6, and the ground clearance at 11.5 inches of ground clearance. Let's take a closer look. Let's see what else makes the Heritage Edition special. So we have the Oxford white wheel, 17-inch rims. The size of the tires, 315 by 70 on 17-inch rim, which is equivalent of 35-inch tires. Now, the Heritage Edition features the Haas 2.0, which is the high-performance off-road stability suspension that combines the independent front suspensions with a solid rear axle. So it stands nice and tall. This particular one has some side steps on it. I like this avalanche gray color, kind of an off-white color. Matches really nicely with this vintage pinstripe. Bronco spelled out in front. We have the Oxford white roof on top of it, and the mirrors are mounted on the body, not on the door. So even if you remove the doors, they stay on, right? We have the blind spot assist, proximity entry system. There's a little button right here. I have the key on me. All I have to do is press the button, lock it or unlock it. But we also have the old school keyhole, just in case the batteries goes dead and you need to basically open it up with the key. The gas tank door is on the driver's side. And speaking about the gas mileage, about 18, both in the city and on the expressway. But let's move on and let's see what else is going on right here in the back. With this top of the line trim, I kind of wish that Ford would give us a standard LED lights instead of these incandescent light bulbs in both the tail lamps, the reverse lights, and I think the turn signals are the only ones that are actually LEDs on it. We have the large tire, exposed tire in here. In the middle here, you have this rear view camera. And scrolling down, we have a tow hitch, 3,500 pounds towing capacity, exhaust that you can barely see out of there. But yeah, the rear bumper is steel too. And it opens kind of like the Jeep Wrangler where you have this separate opening for it. Let me just unlock it. And then like being locked. So I had to press the button on the key. By the way, this is the key for the new Bronco. Lock, unlock, 2 times to start. Bronco spelled out in the back. And here it is. Let's get this open. And let's see what we have. Over 35 cubic feet of storage right here in the back, which is a lot for an SUV this size. It's not bad. What else do we have underneath here? You have the tools to help you change the tire. I'm not sure, is this jack going to be big enough to jack up these raised up vehicle? Maybe. Probably. I mean, since they included it, it better be, right? So we have the illumination on the right hand side, 12-volt power outlet. Let's move over to the left hand side, same thing, plus an additional storage compartment. And see, this all can be removed. Now I like this hard top because it also has some sound insulation right here in the middle, so it feels more like a regular vehicle. But if you take it off, I mean, you have that naked feeling. Now we have the 60-40 split on the seat, and let's see what else is going on in the passenger compartment. And back seat time, guys. Let's check this out and see how much room we have. Definitely the grab handle and the side step is a welcome addition to this raised up SUV, especially for shorter people. Now I'm 6 feet tall. This front seat is adjusted to my regular driving position. As you can see, I have a lot of room considering the size of this SUV. More room than definitely on the Jeep Wrangler, and the seats are nicely profiled, making this indent inside of it, so it allows me for plenty of room for my knees. Now the seats are fairly straight up, even though they have like the 3 adjustment position for the recliner. They still sit straight up. Plenty of headroom though, about 3.5 inches of headroom, plenty of shoulder room. They are a little bit on the firmer side, but not uncomfortable. Let's check it out and see what else is going on here. Now let's take a look and see what else is going on the interior. So first of all, the door have to be light. So I mean, we can't expect miracles in here. However, there is at least an attempt to make it look somewhat comfortable. So these are soft touch materials in here. The rest of it is hard plastic. We have a little bit more storage in here. And of course, the window controls are right there in the middle. So, but this is a frameless design. So once this goes down, you can remove the doors and put them away. Now, as far as the seats, let's check this out, because these are not a leather, these are cloth, this kind of a plaid looking cloth material. And as you can see, there's 3 different levels for the adjustment on the seat. So we can be as far as having it all the way back. This is as far as it goes. So not a huge difference. They can also fold them down, of course, with the headrest being folded down. And this kind of makes for a fairly flat surface. However, there's probably about 2-inch drop. So if you're planning to put a mattress in here, that's probably not going to be such a good idea without filling in that gap in there. Now, this is what I was talking about. The seats in the front, nicely profiled in there. We have some more storage. At the bottom of this console, we have 2 USB type C ports and the regular 110-volt outlet, vents, and the window control that completes that portion of it. And then up on top, again, we have this sound insulation, sound dampening materials on top of this hard top. Grab handle and the side steps. Remember that, because you're going to need it to get in. Let's take a look and see what's going on in the front. We're going to do a sound check, but guys, this is a door frameless design that has to be removed too, so don't expect too much. And yeah, that's what we get. Essentially a decent sound check. Now we have, again, the soft touch material both right on top of here and right on the armrest. We also have the lock and unlock feature on the door. And then the seats are manually adjustment for both the driver and passenger. Again, slightly more bolstered for the driver here. The same design as we've seen in the back. Let me jump inside and I'll show you what else is going on. We're going to start this with the interior sound check. Boom. Okay, I mean, it's not the best, it's not the worst. All right, so you have a grab handle here, you have a grab handle up on top to help you get in, help you stay safe within the vehicle. Now we're going to start right on top of here. So with the Broncos, you have the charger, USB Type C, two chargers. Obviously, you also have like the camera attachment, so you can use your GoPro if you're doing off-roading and you want to film some trails. And then you also have a shelf where you can put some stuff on top of it. Now if you're in Florida, I advise you against it because it gets really, really hot and that's probably going to melt. Now, what do we have here? So you have the ability to lock your front or rear diff, or you can do the sway bar disconnect here as well. And we can turn off the traction control and the hazard lights. That's what's right on top of here. Now, in this Heritage Edition, you have the white dashboard with the red Bronco that's spelled out in here. The vans are right in the middle there, as well as on the sides. We have the two large screens, one for the instrument cluster and the other one for the infotainment system. But let's start with the steering wheel here. Nothing too crazy or special about it. Decent size, good feel to the steering wheel. We have a bunch of buttons. Left-hand side, cruise control, volume, lane keep assist. Right-hand side, phone, menu. We can scroll through some of the menus and hit OK to select it. By the way, this is where you start it. Engine start, stop button. Let's get this started. Let's see what's going on here. So normal, active, fuel, 0. We got 46 miles, plenty. Return to sport. Okay, we're going to return to sport. So this is your instrument cluster. Okay, pretty off-roady, as you can see. So this is what we have displayed in it right now. On the left-hand side, you have the tachometer. Right-hand side, speedometer. We also have a lot of information in front of us because you can see the temperature, the mileage, what's playing right now, gear indicator, compass, everything that you need, and probably some stuff that you'll never use as well. Now we have the distance to empty and the mileage right on top as far as the gas level, and then the temperature level as well. Now we can scroll kind of to that, and you can configure my view. Press OK to add or remove screen, so you can see the off-road status, trip 1, trip 2, calm view, fuel economy, tire pressure, driver assistance, pitch and roll. I'm going to add that. Why not? And gauges. Okay, and now I'm going to scroll down through that and kind of see what these screens look like. So let's go. Off-road status, you have the pitch and roll, trip 1, calm view, just the car, right? Nothing too crazy about it. Fuel economy, driver assistance, pitch and roll as its own separate deal, different gauges, and back to configure my view. So this is your instrument cluster, and let's take a look and see what's going on in the infotainment system. So this is the larger screen. Actually, I think that's the only screen right now the Bronco has. Before they used to have two, and this being the larger one, so they left it kind of like the Jeep Wrangler. They have one screen only. So what do we have? Right at the bottom, you see the audio, phone, navigation, apps, settings, and features. Let's hit audio and let's see what choices do we have. As far as the sources for the audio, we have the AM, FM, Sirius XM, and Bluetooth audio. You can connect your phone. Navigation is built in, which is really nice to have that. As far as the different apps, you have the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto.
Search for your vehicle on your device and select it once it is found.
And you can add it wirelessly to this. Stingray Karaoke, YouTube Mobiles app, and settings, radio sync navigation, vehicle settings, general display, connectivity, whole bunch of features. Here, driver assistance, towing, owner's manual, feedback. You also have this separate screen that you can scroll down and see what else we have. Why is it not doing it? Not sure. But now, as you can see clearly, here are the up and down buttons. So off-road status, fuel economy, trip 1, phone, loading map, back to navigation. So that's what we have on the right-hand side. As far as the rear view camera, that's important as well. Takes up the entire screen, which is a big plus. Now we have the sticker in here, so that needs to be removed by the customer. But worries nothing. It has a good visibility. We have the active trajectory lines here in the back, and then put it back in park so it doesn't roll. Scrolling down, volume, tune, You can turn off that automatic start stop feature, dual zone climate control, heated seats, some shortcuts for the climate control as well, USB Type-C and USB Type-A. Now we have this badge right here, Ford, established 1966, Dearborn, Michigan. We're talking about Bronco, of course. That's when the first Bronco was introduced. And then we have this red color on the crap handle and the regular shifter. Now with the Bronco logo and US flag right here. We also have the GOAT modes. Now, so these are the GOAT modes. When you twist it, it's going to let you switch it, and it's going to show you right there in the instrument clusters. We have the slippery, and then we can switch it over to Eco, Sport, and you can see the 4x4 shift in progress. It shows you of which configuration it's in. Right now it's 4-wheel drive automatic, and then back to Sport, going to off-road. Now it's gonna switch to probably 2 high or 4 high right now, and it's also gonna display the off-road pages right in the middle there. And then you can go back, and I think the main one is the normal one, and I'm gonna actually leave it in normal. It's probably gonna switch it to 2 high, so that's, yeah, 2-wheel drive right now, and that's where we're gonna keep it. Pretty good weather, nothing slippery here. All right, so what else is going on down here? Of course, the window controls, the mirror controls are over here, and then we have a little bit more storage with an additional 12-volt power outlet as well as 2 USB Type-C ports. We go up to the mirror, and above it, because there's nothing special about the mirror, you see the lights, they're LEDs, and now you have 6 pre-wired auxiliary switches. So whatever accessories you want to add to it, you can do, like maybe a windshield light bar or anything to that effect. They can be pre-wired to the auxiliary button up on top. The roof is removable, kind of similar to the Jeep Wrangler. We have 2 panels, 2 separate panels right here in the front. So if you just want to get more air into the front cabin, this is easy. Take that off and store it. It's probably going to be a lot harder to get the back off, although there's another piece here and another piece at the very back. So at least there's like a 4-piece sunroof here. So this is the interior of this 2026 Bronco Heritage Edition. Let's talk pricing. Take it for a spin. Well, let's take a look at the Ford's website, and it looks like Broncos ranges between $42,000 and about $82,000. So there's a $40,000 spread, but the top of the line is the Raptor. So if we put that aside, we're going to be at about 42 to about 72. And let's see which different trim levels. So the base one is the base one, 42,490. Big Bend is the next step up, 42,990. The Outer Banks, $50,085. Badlands, $50,885. Heritage Edition, $53,620, and the Strop Edition, $71,990. The Strop Edition is more of this classic look of the Bronco with the special coloring, pretty much fully loaded. I believe they're only available in the 2-doors. Now, some of them are available in the 2-door and 4-door, others in the 2-door only, some of them available in the 4-doors only. So go on the website and build your own. There are always 2, and there are also 2 engine choices. We have the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder with 300 horsepower, and of course the 2.76 cylinder with 330 horsepower. So depending on which one you want, the base engine is available with manual transmission or automatic transmission. The 6-cylinder is available only with the automatic transmission. So again, there's something for everyone. I would probably advise you to speak with the sales professional who knows how to build them, because there are so many different options, and some of them might be better suited for your lifestyle, and some of the higher trim levels might be better, because once you start building up the base level with the features, for example, the Sasquatch package, which is the off-road package what a lot of people like, is a lot more expensive on the base trim than it is on the higher trim, because the higher trim already includes some of the equipment that it has. So definitely reach out to a sales professional if you're anywhere in the St. Augustine area. Bozard Ford is definitely well known here in northern Florida, one of the largest dealerships of Ford, and they have definitely some qualified professionals. So definitely reach out to them and see if they can help you with this. Now let's take it for a spin. And as always, we're going to start this test drive with the turning radius. So I'm going to turn the wheel all the way to the left. I'm sitting in the parking lot with the parking spots that are painted on it. My non-scientific method of measuring it is to count the parking spots. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and a good half of parking spots to basically turn this vehicle completely around. So definitely in line with all of the mid-size SUVs. All right, so driving impressions on the Ford Bronco. Let's talk about the competition for a little bit. I mean, there's one main competitor, and that of course is a Jeep Wrangler, but there are many vehicles that some of the other public